Hi, this is Becky from Recovering from Mental Illness, and today I'm going to talk about violence and mental illness. When I was in college, I was first diagnosed, and I didn't think this was a big deal. I would take my medication, go to counseling, and have a relatively normal life, whatever normal is. And I got a rude awakening my sophomore year, which is when Columbine happened. The university panicked, opened the psychiatric records of all its students, and profiled each student who had been diagnosed with a mental illness to determine the likelihood of them becoming a school shooter. And I remember this because a security guard told me they were about to do a no-knock, no-warrant search of my dorm room while I was out of state. I did not take that seriously, and lo and behold, they did do a no-knock, no-warrant search of my dorm room. All because I had been diagnosed with a mental illness. So it raises the question, are people with mental illness more violent than people without a mental illness? And the answer is not really. Statistically, we're more likely to be the victims of violent crime than the perpetrators. Research does support some concerns, and the most likely person to be injured by a person with a mental illness is the caretaker of the person when the person is off their medication and abusing substances. So you really have to have someone who's untreated and fully symptomatic to even have a remote risk of violence. Casual contact with someone with mental illness does not increase your risk of being the victim of a violent crime. So don't be afraid just because someone has a psychiatric diagnosis. Give them a chance. Get to know them. You might be surprised. And that's all I've got to say on the subject. Take care.